All right, I'm going to run a theory by you, and I think it works, but feel free to disagree. Feel free to react any way you want. It's a little nerdy, so I'll do the best I can to go as mainstream as possible. Start here. College football does not have parity. Okay, don't let whiny coaches tell you or sell you on the idea, oh, there's so much parity now. Okay, in the NFL, though, everything is built on parity. Everything is equal. The NFL is not about who has the most money. Success is decided by smart decisions. Success or failure is decided by smart decisions. Programs and blue blood programs in college football have built-in advantages. It's not about the equality of the money. But I'm getting at something here. In the NFL, you succeed or fail on judgment calls. That's why front office is everything in the NFL. It's about making smart moves and how you spend your money. But here's where I think there is something interesting. I'm wondering if this is not a reality of the modern day college football program. We might be learning that when it comes to quarterbacks, maybe the NFL and college football are close. In some ways close. Very close, maybe. Because the end result seems to be the same. And I'm going to make an argument that it's about quarterback play and the end result is the same. And that is, if you get it wrong at that position, right? You've known this for a long time about the NFL. You know this. Maybe, just maybe, the same thing happens really quickly in college football as well. And that is, if you get it wrong or right at quarterback, it decides your short-term future. Shorter in college football, I think, than the NFL, but either way, you swing and miss, you're screwed. Okay, here's my point. We may be seeing a quick way for programs to get better quickly, or a quick way to get worse in college football that I think is a very similar setup that you see in the NFL. I think it just happens faster. And I can give you plenty of examples. One of them might be in Austin. And that is, this is all about your quarterback move. I'm not saying the only thing about your team is a quarterback move, but moving up or down quickly is about the quarterback move. In the NFL, when you bet on a quarterback and you get it wrong, you suck for the next 3 years or more. In the case of the Browns, the Jets, the Cardinals, it's more than 10 years because they keep swinging big swings and keep missing, and they just can't get out of their own way. In the NFL, when you get it right, then, and he stays healthy, then you're set for at least 3 years or more, right? Your rookie contracts are 4 years. So you get it right, you are usually set for 5 years. And I think we're seeing some of the same risk reward now in college football. I think it's why you're seeing bad teams move up a little quicker than they probably should, and good teams coming straight back to the pack because they get it wrong at one position. And I think I can explain why that is. So it's the risk reward of the position. The risk reward in the NFL is a 3 to 5 year payout or loss. In college football, it's risk reward. It's probably only 1 or 2 years, but that's how fast you can move. Okay, see if you can agree. See if you agree with this or disagree. That's fine. The bottom and the middle in college football can, and in some cases is, getting better faster. Okay? Not great. I'm not saying Vanderbilt is going to win a national championship, but Vanderbilt all of a sudden is better. In good teams, right? A good team can be really good in no time. I can use the example of Indiana. Pretty good to start with. A really, really good quarterback. They got it right at quarterback. Man, they jump up. Or you can go right back down. I think it starts to mirror in a faster way. It's starting to mirror the NFL. What we thought were the best teams, college football now, can come back to the pack, not completely fall on their face, because again, in college football, you have the ability to buy other players. Someone like Vanderbilt can't stockpile talent like a Texas could, or, LSU or something like that. So they don't fall on their face because they can stockpile talent at probably an unfair rate. But I tell you what is moving them up a few spots here or there is quarterback play. And it's just like the NFL in a lot of ways. It just happens faster. So you see good teams, right? You see good teams can be really good and elevate in no time. And then we thought with the best teams can come back to the pack in no time. This is how I think you can see Texas and Kentucky. And you can say Kentucky just looks better than that Texas team. Yeah, it's one spot. They swing and a miss on a quarterback. So in college football now, you think about how it's set up. And this is true of the NFL also. But in college football now, it's not a quarterback battle to win the job. It's a coronation. Okay, it's your job. And then anyone else who was going to compete with you is gone. So it's one person, one job. That's it. You recruit a guy or you take a guy in the transfer portal, which is free agency in college football, and you say, here are the keys, it's your job. And the other guys leave. They're going to go somewhere else and find a job. It's the college version of free agency, but you've given that guy the job. And if you get it wrong, you suck that year or you come back a lot. If there was another good quarterback on the roster, they don't stick around. They leave. There is no competition for the job. It's one guy or bust. Right? Like the NFL, it's one guy or bust. You keep getting it wrong with the Jets, you're screwed for a long time. You get it right with Washington, you're in the NFC Championship game. You get it right at Indiana, you're playing for a Big Ten championship. You get it wrong at fill in the blue blood program without a good quarterback, and all of a sudden you're middle of the pack. Because you're giving the keys to one guy. Georgia Tech, I'll give you examples. Georgia Tech, Indiana, Vanderbilt, and yes, Texas are where they are in the college football landscape now for the same reason as the Indianapolis Colts. The same reason the Jets, the Browns, the Cardinals are where they are in the NFL landscape. And that reason is either they get it right or wrong in their investment at quarterback. And the principle does apply to Texas. Heck, Texas may be the best example. But there are others where it just doesn't work. And Clemson, all of a sudden, they're middle of the pack, if not worse, because it's just not working. I'm not arguing that Vanderbilt or Georgia Tech or Indiana has the talent and depth of Ohio State, but they can make up ground in a hurry when they get that job right. They have the right investment in the quarterback. Look, Indiana was good. Indiana was going to be a good team this year. But Fernando Mendoza is a clone, by the way, of Jared Goff. He makes them really, really good. Vanderbilt is pretty good with some talent. They do. But they're not stockpiling talent. There's no way they could stockpile talent like, a Texas or someone like that. But all of a sudden, you get it right at quarterback, and you're moving up 2 or 3 spots or 4 spots. You're dangerous. Alabama gets it right with their quarterback this year, and all of a sudden, they're a national championship contender. Texas not getting it right with Arch Manning, and they're barely alive in the top 25 and maybe shouldn't even be there. You see, my point is the industries are now mirroring each other, but in the NFL, it's like a 3 or 5 year hit or miss. In college football, it might be a 1 or 2 year hit or miss, I think, because this is now a new world. And these guys are mercenaries. And so they're not going places to beat someone out for the job. They're bouncing around where the job is given to them. And then the program is giving them the job and the keys. And when they get it wrong, it's like the Jets swinging and missing. The position isn't just the most important in sports on the field. It's the most important investment risk a team can take. Especially in the NFL, but even true in college football. I think we're seeing the same thing in college football play out like you do in the NFL. I think it just happens faster. Teams that get it right or get it wrong are going to pay a price. And they are paying a price. And I think you're seeing it already. See, my view, as you know, I've probably lectured on this too much. My view on quarterback is different than most people. I think you want a quarterback who's surgical and distributes the ball. You don't want him to have to carry games. You don't want him to have to win games. You want him to minimize mistakes and let other people make plays. But think about this. If you take out Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, right? Those are generational talents that carry a team. Those are guys that, they're football freaks of nature that can just do stuff and take over an entire game by themselves. But what you're really looking for is a Jared Goff, a Dak Prescott, an inexpensive Brock Purdy. And in the NFL, you go after one guy and you get it right. He keeps the job for the next several years. It's then just a matter of how you spend your money, how you allocate your money. You get it wrong, you're screwed for years. The Browns, the Bears, the Jags, the Dolphins all got it wrong. Are there comps in college football where they got it wrong? You don't fall on your face completely like the Dolphins because you have built-in financial advantages. You can insulate your roster more than you can in the NFL. But man, you get it wrong. The Dolphins got it wrong. And look at them now. I mean, could it be that same way in college football? Right? You identify a guy in college football. He gets paid and you get it right. I know these aren't necessarily household names, but if you look at the teams, look at the programs, these are programs that don't have all the money and the prestige and the built-in advantages of a Michigan, Ohio State, or a Texas. But Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt, his name is Haynes King at Georgia Tech, Baron Morton at Texas Tech, Sam Levitt at Arizona State, Kevin Jennings at SMU. They're like the Jalen Hurts. They're like Baker Mayfield of college football. Those programs got it right, and look what happens. Right? Smart teams got it right. Or lucky teams got it right. I think we're just seeing the same thing. I mean, if you ask yourself, how is it that Texas and Kentucky can look basically the same? They're not. It's because of one spot you swing and miss. Or you swing and hit it right. And you got Indiana. How does Indiana go from being middle of the pack to all of a sudden chasing a championship? They got it exactly right at quarterback. It's just like the NFL at that spot, that job. I think it just happens faster and can be corrected faster. All right, think about it. Hey, here's a recommendation backed up by my own experience, a great experience. And that is, I've been a client of DJC Law, and I can tell you this. You're going to get three things with DJC Law. You'll notice it right away. The difference is you will get peace of mind. They will take care of every single detail perfectly, and you will get the result you deserve. If you're injured by the negligence of someone else, fighting with an insurance company for any reason, trust me when I tell you, you will need DJC Law. Dan Christensen and his team of attorneys have a remarkable track record. I've known Dan a long time. He's a military vet. He's board certified in civil trial law, and I've been a client. So you can trust them. You will get the result you deserve. Check out teamjustice.com, and you'll see thousands of 5-star reviews. The bottom line is, if you're in an accident, you need DJC Law. Contact them right away. 512-888-9999.